Listen to this. This is audio A. And this is audio B. One of these was mastered by a well-respected mastering studio here in the Netherlands. The other one was mastered by an algorithm in less than 3 minutes. And if you can't tell which is which, then the multi-million-dollar mastering industry has a massive problem. Is AI mastering a scam? Production Elite says AI mastering yields unacceptable results. Academic research shows most people can't tell what's what, and not everybody has 70 euros per track laying around to hire an above-average mastering engineer. So, here's the thing. Masterchannel AI sponsored this video. My condition was I test their AI mastering service for 30 days thoroughly and publish my results covering the strengths and weaknesses without any editorial constraints. The claims: studio-grade commercial quality in seconds without a massive price tag of a traditional human mastering engineer. One of the tracks I tested is my own indie rock project, Insomnia. For your entertainment and good comparison, I hired a traditional mastering engineer with very premium analog gear on Fever to master it, and I sent it to none other than Mr. Snake Oil himself. And exclusively for this video, I built a web app with an 8-part technical benchmark that defines a solid master. Tonal balance, dynamics, transient handling, spatiality, stuff like that. First, we'll do a Masterchannel AI quick scan, and then we'll have a blind battle between the 3 masters. So grab your best pair of ears and let's go. Let's pull up the first track, a very dynamic EDM indie pop rock crossover. Let's drop it in the interface here. Preparing to upload, uploading, verifying your file. Let's fast forward this bit. It takes about 3 minutes. Thank you very much. No human mastering engineer is gonna beat that. Right, let's hear it. But I'm not easily fooled or impressed because something is louder. They recently added this normalized playback loudness toggle here. It makes the perceived loudness of the master equal to the perceived loudness of the mix, so you can hear if the sound actually improved or not. Yeah, it definitely improved the kick. Yeah, and the vocals are a little bit more upfront. They also recently replaced the vague markers of your mix was here and now it's here for just plain statistics, which I prefer. It's more transparent. Now, I tested almost 50 mixes on the normal and the Wes Clark AI level matched. As far as I can see, even with my Supervision in Cubase, there's very little difference between the two.
I feel like the most important value proposition, if we first talk about audio quality, it's the authenticity. That we don't add a filter, that we don't add artificial sounding things on top of your songs. We try to preserve the originality, but enhance it so it meets the industry standards of today and that it sounds clearer, it sounds better. It uses basically the similar techniques as a mastering engineer would do, just automatic. especially as how Simon and Wes Clark and the other engineers that we have worked with, their approach on engineering tracks.
That's Christian, one of the founders, and his claim about authenticity isn't just marketing fluff. They built this service from scratch. It even features unique patented tech, and I've actually read through it, and believe me, it is a seriously impressive piece of work. I'll be completely honest. I like the guy. He's transparent, passionate about music, believes in what they've built. He's very smart. However, nothing of this is going to change my final assessment one bit. What will we find in the ultimate stress test? Let's pop up the web app and drag the three masters to it. In the background, the loudness of these files is measured and gain matched, so all tracks have the exact same perceived loudness. And as you can see, one of the masters put a small silence in, so I'll nudge that over. Now zoom out, hide and shuffle. And now I'm as blind as you guys. I got no clue which track is which master, so we only have our ears to judge. All right, let's hop over to the evaluation matrix. Tonal balance. Is the frequency spectrum accurate and genre appropriate? Not thin, not muddy, not muffled, not ear bleedingly bright. This is the foundation. Get this wrong and nothing else matters. Let's listen for it. I'm just another sleepless dreamer, watching the indigo blue as it fades into the world as the lights dim. So many places and so much to do. Memories that my mind keeps running through. They all seem to revolve and to gravitate into. B is the brightest, C is the darkest, and A is the most natural to my ears. Right, let's not think on it too much. Let's do it like this. Okay, let's listen for loudness. Getting a mix sound appropriately loud for the appropriate genre without the pumping all over the place, hypercompressing or causing distortion in all the wrong places is one of the defining mandates of a mastering engineer. It is, isn't it? I checked the loudness of all these files and I'm pretty satisfied with it. They're all around 10 LUFS integrated. So what I'm listening for is how they reach this loudness, and I don't want to hear any unwanted distortion. It's just not very fitting for this track. So let's listen carefully. Ooh, there is a little distortion. All right, and B. A sounds the most natural. C has a little distortion here. Let's put C in the third spot and A and B. I'll put them both in the first tier. Now for dynamics, and I think the last part of the song is a very good place to check this. So put it around here. Yeah, that's exactly the place. Now there's a drop and then a part where the song needs its impact. So comfort out the door. Every second, comfort out the door. Comfort out the door. I feel like but I feel like A is the winner here. Let's do it like this. Spatiality. Does the stereo image feel wide, focused and three-dimensional, or does it sound like it lives in a shoebox? The stereo image and frequency distribution are carefully manipulated to enhance perceived space. Well, everything is dark and heavy. Music woke me up too soon and steady. I try to fall asleep, but all I see is, well, everything is dark and heavy. Music woke me up too soon and steady. I try to fall asleep, but all I see is, well, everything is dark and heavy. Music woke me up too soon and steady. I try to fall asleep, but all I see is... I like them all equally. They all get an A. Clarity. Can you hear every element clearly? The kick, the vocal, the details in the room. A master should reveal the mix and bring pristine quality. So I actually know this mix like the back of my hand. And I think I already have an opinion, but for argument's sake, let's listen and maybe try to pay attention to three things: the vocal, the kick, and the synthesizer. And maybe there's a guitar with an effect on it in the background. Let's listen for those four and judge based on that. They're very clear, and C is maybe a little bit muffled. So I'll place B in the first, C in the third, and A in the second. Cohesion. The glue. Does a track sound like one thing or a collection of elements that happen to be playing at the same time? This is the difference between professional and amateur. It is. Everything is dark and heavy. Music woke me up too soon and steady. I try to fall asleep, but all I see is no. 5 a.m. my mind starts racing. My heart still hurts from the pain of waiting, and my knuckles bleed from knocking till you let me in. Huh, it's funny. For this, I feel it's the other way around. C sounds the most cohesive, A the least, and B in between. Translation. All right, this is a cool one. So for this, I'm going to, let's see, can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. Cool. So for this, I have Sound ID reference. So this is how it would sound on a smartphone. Just another sleepless dreamer, watching the indigo blue as it fades into the world as the lights dim. Yeah, so B and C are in first place here. B and C, because there's a bass section, cellos and basses, that I don't hear that good in A, but I do hear them in B and C. And now the quality control. Quality control, the last line of defense. Clicks, pops, digital artifacts, harsh frequencies. If it slips through here, it slips through to your audience. There's a little static in one of the mics at the beginning of the song. So let's listen to the beginning again. Watching the indigo blue as it fades. I'm just another sleepless dreamer. Watching the indigo blue as it fades. I'm just another sleepless dreamer. Watching the indigo blue as it fades. I'm just another. Okay, C handles this the best, closely followed by A, and in B I clearly hear the mic noise in the background. And then B in the middle. Let's start with the second bonus. The Hippocratic Oath of Mastering. Do no harm. If a mix is already near perfect, did they know when to exercise restraint and not make changes for the sake of changing? I think all three these masters did an excellent job for this, so they both get full points. And it is because in many mastering solutions, one thing is fixed and another problem is introduced. Last parameter, communication. Communication with the engineer from Fever was flawless. There was a nice upload system and a built-in chat. First place. Masterchannel works super straightforward. Drop your files in, wait 3 minutes and it's done. But it's not able to give revisions or stop you at the gate if you bring a shitty track. If you put crap in, polished crap comes out. Until they find a solution for this, third place. Wietse works the old school way. Upload through Dropbox, communication through mail, and although his turnaround time was the highest, he pointed out that the vocals in my original mix were a bit boxy. I went into my DAW and lo and behold, he was right. I just wasn't aware because my ears had gotten used to it. Not as snappy as the other two, but a high quality second spot. Before I reveal the final scores, which one sounded best to you? Drop it in the comments below if you haven't already. Bonus points if you add your reasoning. And now, let's reveal and add the scores for communications. You guys ready? I'm so excited about this. Matched AB. Turn off the blind test. And the first track was Masterchannel, second one was Wietse, and the third one was Fever. Let's head over to the evaluation. Reveal the scores. And... oh! That's actually very close. Let's score for communication. So we said Masterchannel was in third place, Wietse was in second place, and Fever was in first place. That is actually so close. Wow. Wietse agreed to ring in and have a chat about the results, and I'm so curious what he has to say. Please leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you loved it. I post one video each month to bring you the truth about creating music and music production. Now, let's head over to the kitchen and call Wietse because I need a drink for this. It's Friday, work is done, and